Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's review, I will be taking a look at the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Earthrise / Kingdom Deluxe Class Arcee. Now, before you go down to the comment section and ask why I got the Kingdom repack when compared to the original Earthrise release, the distribution in Earthrise was pretty shitty. Wave 2 never made it into my area except for Snapdragon and Double Dealer, who were part of that second wave of Earthrise. The Deluxes, on the other hand, did not show up one bit. Now, when I got Arcee, I got her when I had got Warpath and Ultra Magnus, as you saw in my unboxing video a while back. Now, I will come out and say this. Arcee is not a good figure. Now, before I delve into more, let's take a quick look at the packaging, as per usual. Now, obviously because this is the Kingdom repack, they're using the Earthrise artwork from Arcee instead of a new render, whereas characters like Optimus Prime and Wheeljack have new artwork and renders for Kingdom. Robot mode on this side, vehicle mode on this side. Now, Arcee is right over here on the packaging, so you gotta wonder why they didn't use this instead of reusing the artwork that came on the Earthrise figure. I don't get it. Robot mode and vehicle mode renders, transforms in 15 steps. And that pretty much does it for the packaging. As per tradition with every Kingdom figure, they come with a card. My copy of Kingdom Arcee came with an Optimus Prime card, and it says leads Cybertron to a golden age. If you can see, the image behind the sticker on the card shows Optimus in front of Bumblebee, Optimus Primal, Rhinox, and Airazor. So, yeah, there you have that. Moving on to Arcee now, as I mentioned before, she's not a good figure. She is a shell form, a really, really bad shell former in robot mode. Like, this is just her vehicle mode. The entire robot mode of Arcee just folds under the car. Hasbro and Takara didn't even do nothing with the figure. Okay, granted, while this isn't the best Generations Arcee we've gotten, as she pretty much rivals the old Thrilling 30 figure that came out during the time of IDW comics, this Arcee figure is good in terms of robot mode and vehicle mode, but the transformation sucks ass. The transformation is what lets this figure down, and her being a shell former does not help at all. As you can see, the alt mode matches pretty much her G1 cartoon model, with the majority of her being pink with the white in the middle and on the front. She does have wheels underneath here, so she does roll. Nice Autobot symbol slap bang on the hood. Nice detail with the sort of driver's seat with the two seats right here and the clear plastic colored windshield right here. Like I said, she is really a shell former. Now, obviously this is the Deluxe, so let me bring out some comparisons. Here she is with Earthrise / Kingdom Optimus. Now, before you ask, no, she cannot fit into Prime's trailer because of how big she is. I mean, she can kind of fit, but it's these things. It's the back of the vehicle mode that, I mean, she can fit like this, but it doesn't really fit in the sense that the back cannot fit at all. Here's a look with just Optimus himself without the trailer. Setting that off to the side. Bringing in Earthrise Starscream for comparison. Bringing in fellow 1986 Autobot Ultra Magnus, who I've also done a review on the channel a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, because this is Ultra Magnus, she can go on top of his trailer, as I showed in his review. Here she is with another 1986 character, this one being the Decepticon Cyclonus. And just for fun, here she is with Snapdragon. So, there you have that. Moving on to transformation. Like I said, transformation sucks. Now, I will go into accessories and everything in robot mode, so yeah, let's get down to transformation, why don't we? First, what you want to... Now, obviously, I did my own transformation instead of going by the instructions, because screw the instructions when it comes to certain figures. See, now, what I did with Arcee in terms of transformation was rotate the arms and rotate the waist and fold up the legs. But the instructions do not show to rotate the waist. The instructions just show to rotate at the thighs. So that's what I did initially and continued to do until I figured out how to do this. Although it limits her rolling on hard surfaces, like say, like a wooden floor. Like I said, she is a heavy shell former, as she hides underneath her car mode. So yeah, there you have that. Rotate the waist. This is my transformation. The official instructions just show to rotate the legs, fold up the feet, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, her transformation is really simple. And that's due to her being a shell former, as I've already mentioned. So, yeah, what you want to do is take these will fold in, as you saw, fold that in. Take this, bring that up like so. Take these sections, fold them in like so. Collapse in the back wheels. Then, everything just becomes her backpack. Fold everything, compress everything like so. Then take the head and rotate it, since that's pretty much another part of the transformation that's simple. Like I said, simple transformation for a figure that's, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, a shell former. And here is Arcee more or less in robot mode. Look, she is a good figure, yes. Vehicle mode works, robot mode works for the most part. The transformation is lackluster. And she does what she needs to do to match G1 Arcee. However, while it is close to her G1 animation model and how she appeared in the Cybertron Trilogy cartoon on Netflix, obviously they are taking some liberties. And that's due to the design of the transformation. Take a closer look at the details. Nice painted blue eyes. Unfortunately, her face is unpainted. They hit all the bells and whistles, but the face kind of sucks. If you can tell, she has unpainted lips. yeah, that is one of the many things they skipped out on. Out of the many things Hasbro and Takara missed, they didn't even paint Arcee's lips. Out of all things, that is the one thing they skipped out on. Now, if you can tell, her robot, the chest of her robot mode is supposed to be the front of her alternate mode, but obviously this is a fake chest meant to replicate the real vehicle mode kibble that hides on the back. Obviously nice pink and white going on for the arms and legs, white for the hands and biceps, white for the mid section of the torso, nice gunmetal for the abdominal region, nice white for the legs, nice pink for the feet and knees, and nice white for the collar section. I mean, she's a good looking figure, but as I said before, she is meh. Articulation wise, head is on a ball joint, as you saw. It can rotate the full 360. Arms are on a hinge, on pin joints. They can rotate the full 360, can go up and down and out like so. Rotation at the bicep, full rotation at the bicep due to the swivel joint. Past 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, a deep bend right there. All she gets is just this for the wrists, nothing, no real rotation. Waist joint, full 360, legs can go forward that far, back to about that far before they hit the backpack, but they can go further if you remove it. Now I will show off how you can remove the backpack. Legs can go out to the sides. She can't really do the full splits. Thigh rotation due to the swivel joint. Past 90 degrees of bend, a good knee bend right here. So that's one good thing I'll give the designers, that they gave Arcee a full knee bend. And ankle tilt just by a little bit. So Arcee is pretty good in the articulation department, though lacking in terms of having a wrist joint. So there you have that. Moving on to some size comparisons. Here she is with Prime. Starscream. Fellow 1986 Autobot Magnus, and another 1986 character, Cyclonus. And just for fun, here she is with Snapdragon in his beast mode. Now obviously I brought this out to reference the season 4 episode, The Rebirth, which is when Arcee and Daniel got attacked by this guy. So there you have that. Accessory wise, she only comes with this little pistol. Yes, out of all things, Arcee only comes with just a little handgun. And that's pretty much it. Like, nothing else. If she had 2 guns, then yeah, but she only has 1. And it's not even in too inaccurate colors. But then again, that's what customization is for. But I haven't bothered to customize my figures. So yeah, obviously it supports blast effects. Now, unlike the majority of G1 characters in the War for Cybertron trilogy, Arcee doesn't have a lot of ports on her in terms of, you know, getting shot in the leg or an arm, like the majority of the other Autobots and Decepticons do. Like, the only ports she has are just these on what will become this parts forming aspect. And this is the gimmick that I'm going to show off, because now obviously you can take this off during transformation and leave her with a cleaner looking backpack, though it does show this sort of ugly hole in there, and that's due to the fact that this has to transform. Now granted, I kind of keep this off to the side and give her a cleaner look, as you see here. Now obviously, to demonstrate the gimmick, you need, oh, and I recommend watching out in case yours ends up breaking. So basically, you want to take what were her back wheels in her alternate mode, fold out these sections, take this, fold that back in, rotate this, fold that up like so, and there you have pretty much a hoverboard. And due to the ports in her feet, now Arcee doesn't have any other open ports aside from the ones on her feet, and obviously the ones in her hands. She doesn't even have any on the back, which sucks, because all the other figures do, and Arcee is one of the few who is an exception. Obviously, due to the open holes and ports on this part of the figure, you can obviously give her this sort of this hoverboard motif. So, yeah. This Hasbro, Takara, whoever designed this figure, shame on you. This should not be acceptable, because why was this necessary? Arcee never used this in any Transformers media, not even in G1 media. This, yeah, I think I've spoken my piece. Final thoughts. Arcee is decent for what she is. She does what she needs to do as a modern mainline Generations Arcee figure, and kind of rivals the old Thrilling 30 figure from way back when, back in the early 2010s. Yeah, she is decent enough, but is not good. If you have the old Thrilling 30 Arcee and you're good with that, then I see no reason to get this. If you don't have a Generations Arcee figure, this is one to get if you want to go for cartoon accuracy or just have a figure in general. I mean, she's pretty good for the articulation, pretty good robot mode and vehicle mode, but the transformation and this gimmick sucks. Yeah, I think I've spoken quite a lot about. Look, I like the figure, as I've said before, but it is not that good. Yeah, not the highlight out of the War for Cybertron trilogy, and probably one of the worst figures to come out. And I say one of the worst because there are a lot of figures out in the War for Cybertron trilogy that are really good. Some are meh, and Arcee is a great example of one that is meh, in the sense that she really is one of the worst figures. So, that pretty much concludes it. That wraps up my video review for Earthrise / Kingdom Arcee. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at this figure. It took me long enough, but here we are, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.